Story time!
New paddock on my wrist, yeah. White diamond and them shits in pink, yeah. Got currency, go get a mink, yeah. New finger ring sit like a sink. Bad bitch, then we can link. What? Hit the shower, you might stink. Go get a mink, yeah. New
So, I'm gonna do a story time about my first heartbreak. So, let me fucking tell you. We're gonna name this nigga Dumbass. So his name's gonna be Dumbass, alright? Me and Dumbass were dating. No, not dating. Me and Dumbass were best friends first for 6 to 5 years, right? That's a long time, okay? A long time. And me and Dumbass were like this. We could not be separated. Like, we were so freaking close. Dumbass told me one day that he liked me and that he wanted to be in a relationship with me. So it took me a long time to cope and like get through it and stuff. Like, get it through my head that he actually liked me, because that was my best friend. Like, no bitch. So yeah, he told me, and I was just so shook. Like, I was shook about it, but like, I genuinely thought this kid liked me because that was my best friend. Like, we were so freaking close. Like, I let him live in my house at one point because his guardian kicked him out because he was doing some shit. I don't even know. But he got kicked out, so I let him live with me. And I was like sharing my room with him. My parents were feeding him every day. My dad bought shoes for him. Like, we got clothes for him. Everything. And I finally, like, told him, like, I like you back. Like, I think we can date. Da, 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 da. And then after I told him that, we started dating. But a month into us dating, I decided, like, I want to make it public. I want to tell everybody that we're dating. Like, we're going to do this. And I told everyone, and I posted on Snapchat. That's how I like revealed it. And this girl that he was with before me, we're gonna name her Allison. She slid up on my post and was like, "Oh, so if y'all dating, get him out of my messages." I was so hurt. So hurt. Like, it was bad. And then we got into a really big argument, and I told him that he has to go live because I didn't want to deal with him anymore, and it was just a lot. So he got out and he left. And he left, and then school, no, we were already in school. And then he was supposed to be for football, sign up for football. So instead, because I was heartbroken and everything, I gave him a second chance, but I still didn't trust him, and I still felt like he was acting funny. So after school and stuff, he would, instead of come over, he would call me, and we would be on the phone for hours. But school ends at 2:15, but for them it's like 2 o'clock. And he would call me around like 4 and talk about something. Oh, I just got out of football practice. Mind you, anyway, but I failed to realize that he really wasn't on the football team. And he was really on the phone with other girls. Well, he was really on the phone with Allison. And he was just doing him. And I didn't know. Stupidly. Like, how do you not know, bitch? How do you not know? So, yeah. And then I found out that he wasn't really on the football team. So he told me that they kicked him off the team. Once again, I believed him. And then he started acting really, really funny. So I started acting funny even more. And I stopped wanting to be on the phone with him. And I told him that I didn't want him coming over. Sorry guys, I had to change the angle. But I technically told him that I don't want to talk to him no more. Like, I just wanted to be left alone for a little bit. So that's what he did. He left me alone for a little bit. But then one day he just showed up at my house, and I was like,
the fuck you doing here?
and then, I guess my dad let him over or whatever. But I was just like, come on now, like, you knew I didn't wanna talk to you and stuff. Like, I just wanted to be left alone. Just come on now. So, while he was over, we were just having a good time. Like, I wasn't really trying to think negative about the situation. I was just trying to have a good time with him. I haven't seen him in a while, so it was just like. But I technically told him that I wanted to be left alone, and he did not listen to me. But I wanted to think positive, so I was thinking positive. So we were sitting on a couch, and he was telling me this story about something. I don't even remember. But we were talking about it, and he was going through his screenshots to show me. And he bumped into a picture of him and Alyssa's messages. And I was like, I'm not stupid. I knew what that was because I seen her big emoji in the corner. So I kicked him out and stuff, and he didn't leave. So he just went into another room. I guess he went with my parents or something. But it came around that time that he had to be home because his guardian wanted him home. So I was like, let's go downstairs and talk for a little bit. And we were talking, and I was like dumbasses.
If there's anything that, like, you're not telling me, tell me now. I won't be mad at you. Like, we can work on it. Just tell me.
And he didn't tell me. He told me there's nothing going on, that I'm just tripping and all this stuff. So I texted Allison, and I was like,
do you have anything going on? And she
was like, yeah, we're dating.
And I was like, what you mean y'all dating?
So she asked if she can come over to show me the messages, and I told her, yeah, that she can come over. And she came over, and I was just like, oh my God, you know.
Hold your fucking composure. Like, don't fucking fight her. She wasn't the one who promised to love you.
So I held my shit. And she came over, showed me the messages, and I was all up in my feelings, all sad, crying. Like, come on now. Who wouldn't be? Like, that was my best friend for 5 years. So I got fed up with it and everything. So I told her,
let's go to his house and confront him about it.
So I went to his house, and his guardian sitting outside, and I was like, is
dumbass home?
And he was like,
no. Or actually, I have to check.
So just like that, I was like, bruh, how do you not know? You had to see me go upstairs. So he went upstairs and checked, and I'm guessing dumbass was upstairs and was like,
don't tell them I'm at home, don't tell them.
So they was like, no, he's not home. So I stood there because I knew he was home. He just left my house not even an hour ago. So I was like, I'm not going nowhere. So I stayed right there and waited for his guardian to come home because I didn't see her car. So she pulled up, and I was like, hey girl. And she loves me. So she was like, hey, and I was like, have you
seen dumbass? And she was
like, oh, he should be home.
So I was like, can I
go upstairs?
And she was like, yup. And I went upstairs, and I was like,
open up, bitch.
No, I didn't say that. But I knocked on his door, and I was like,
I'm coming in. And I came in.
And this nigga was like,
why are you here?
Because I'm here. And then his girl, well, Allison, was behind me. And he was shook. He didn't say nothing. So he was just on his phone the whole time. And I technically told him that I didn't want
nothing to do with him, to fuck him and all this stuff, that I wish I never met him, that he's dead to me now, to not talk to me.
And that was really bad. Like, I was so rude. But that happened. Like, you can't do that to people. Like, don't be with somebody if you don't love them. That's how I really felt about the situation. And on top of that, he was my best friend for 5 years, so I went crazy on him. So, just for other girls, like, next time, like, I wouldn't go to his house or text the girl. I would go in my guts and just tell him what it is. Like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I know you're cheating on me, and it's not cool. I don't want to be with you. So, I think if you're in that situation, do that. Don't go to his house and be all extra like I was. So, that was my story time. I hope you guys liked it.